Luz en la oscuridad, yeah. En medio de adversidad, yeah. Luz en la oscuridad, nos portando atravesando toda adversidad, yeah. Luz en la oscuridad, yeah. En medio de adversidad, yeah. Luz en la oscuridad, nos portando atravesando toda adversidad, yeah. No te me pongas inquieto, estamos trabajando duro para cazar efecto. Y aunque nos paguen la luz, andamos tranquilos porque somos la luz. No te me pongas inquieto, estamos trabajando duro para cazar efecto. Y aunque nos paguen la luz, andamos tranquilos porque somos la luz. Y en medio de la adversidad seguimos hacia adelante sin tener que mirar atrás. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
See your boys coming in. Hey, you already know what's up. Oh, there's levels to this? Well, we about to level up. No matter what they say, man, I'm down to ride. I treat this rap thing like it's do or die. Some people do this for a hobby, but I'm out here catching bodies for the body. Others folding like a paper plate. I'm 200, so I'm fighting like I'm heavyweight. And it's Christ who gave me my fight. No match, but I'm still gonna be alive.
Luz en la oscuridad, yeah. En medio de adversidad, yeah. Luz en la oscuridad, nos portando atravesando toda adversidad, yeah. Luz en la oscuridad, yeah. En medio de adversidad, yeah. Luz en la oscuridad, nos portando atravesando.
Es martes por la noche. Tu programa de política e información social comienza ahora. It's Tuesday evening. Your award-winning political and information show, Listen to Me, starts now. Bueno, mi gente, otro martes más bendecido, entusiasmado, motivado y enchulado de la vida. Mira, tengo mi bling bling puesto, tengo mi sombrero. I got my bling bling, I'm shining, I am sparkly. You know why? Because God is good, God has blessed me. We have finally been able to move to our home, and I don't hear any sirens, I don't hear any fights, I don't hear anybody arguing in my front porch, my back porch, any porch, because there's a big enough space in the front, in the back. All I hear and I could see is two squirrelies playing and arguing, and they're kind of fighting over acorns. But that is why I'm happy. Another thing is that politics in Florida are getting heated up. We have the governor's race, we have the Senate race, we have Congressional District 4, Congressional District 3, we have agriculture races, we have attorney generals, right? Yep. So we got so many races up the yin-yang that we are going to be talking about all of them today. So my monologue is going to be very short and simple, and it is this. A call to all candidates, un llamado a todos los candidatos y a todas las candidatas que se están postulando para un puesto político dentro de Florida y Orange County. Look, people, you want to make contact with the voter electorate. You want to make contact with people that will be voting for you. That means you have to get out there, create your own parties, your own walk districts, do whatever you have to do to make contact with the people that are going to elect you. Again, within the plethora of candidates that are out there, there's a lot of people that also are establishment politicians. They think they know better than you, the electorate. ¿Ustedes creen que los políticos, la gente allá, los que son los electores, hay todavía políticos que creen que saben más que los electores? Y eso puede que sea verdad, pero son el establecimiento. Ellos quieren ejercer bajo el poder de que ustedes hagan lo que el político diga y sigan eligiéndome. Eso llaman el pensamiento progresista. They call that the progressive thought of politics. Okay. In District 3, en el Distrito C, hay una señorita called Nicolette. There's a candidate for District 4, which is her first name is Nicolette. The thing of it is with Nicolette is that she cannot claim to be the only woman in the race when there's two other women and only one guy.
Three other women.
Three other women and one guy. So basically, well, counting her, because it's her and two other girls.
There's four females.
There's four females. All right.
So I stand corrected. There's 4. Well, anyway, there's more women. She's still,
there's more than one.
She's not the only girl there. Let's put it to point blank. And I don't think that being endorsed by a very highly progressive entity is going to help her a lot. My humble predictions are that she's going to be funneling about 7 to 10% of the vote come the time of election. So you can write this down, and we'll see after the elections. We're going to see if I was right or wrong. She's going to funnel 10 to 7%, between 7 and 10% of the vote. She's not going to win. Unfortunately, that's probably the one of the predictions I'm going to do. The person that wins this 4-way race will have to crack at least 35% to be able to win. So we're gonna see how that district, and we're still going to be visiting and bringing up people from that District 4, the candidates from District 4, to be able to start telling us a little bit more how their platforms are going to be to make District 3 work. District 4 work. District 3, again, we're going to have to wait till June to see if we could hear either Sheriff Demings or Commissioner 3, Pete Clark, will commit to running. My humble recommendation is, if you're going to get into this race, go for it and declare it. I don't think you should have to wait till June. You are fundraising, you are walking the precincts, you are doing the work of a candidate. So why not say it's official? Is my only humble recommendation. Pete Clark has been into the show. Sheriff Demings refuses to come to my show. He has quote, the campaign manager has said that I am too conservative for Sheriff Demings to even risk coming to the show. So I issue a public challenge to Sheriff Demings. Si usted cree que usted no es meritorio de venir a este programa, pues dígamelo en una llamada. Call me. And I say it in Spanish because they say Sheriff Demings understands Spanish, so I'm going to say it again. Señor Demings, venga a mi programa, listen to me. Yo sé que usted es el alguacil del Orange County. Diga aquí, llámeme y diga que usted se va a lanzar como alcalde de Orange County. Pero ya dígalo. No tenga tanto tapujo. Don't be hiding. You're hiding upon the lights. You like to share the bling bling, but you don't want to commit. It's kind of like saying, well, I'm going to wear underwears, but I'm not going to wear underwears. Yes, it's TMI, too much information, but the picture sticks. If you are going to run for elected office, don't you think that you have to give the right information so those can get the information? Or what's kind of the dig here? But that's from Mr. Demings. For my brother, Pete Clark, my friend, there's a couple of things that you have to understand. When you run for an elected office that you've done and you've won, what else? But the thing is, there's a difference between a district commissioner and mayor of whole Orange County. You say you are in favor of helping the homeless, but there are certain programs and situations that you're not aware of. Do your homework, bro. You need to come in contact with all factions that deal with homelessness, all factions and programs that could help the homeless. Again, if you're going to do something like welfare to work, how it's going to work. Now, in part of my monologue, we've been trying to contact Ron DeSantos. So, Ron DeSantos, this is an official request. Contact the people from Listen to Me. Call us at 321-439-8218. 321-439-8218. Let's schedule a phone interview. I know that you're far away. You can't come out and sit down. But come on. Let's get in the hot seat. Let Scotland and I kind of ask you some questions. We are the moderators, and we're going to debate, and we'll get these engagements, and I'll translate some of your bullet points in Spanish para que la gente que habla español entienda. Acuérdate que Listen to Me es un programa bilingüe en inglés y en español. Tienen que ser pacientes porque a veces hablamos un ratito largo en inglés y después brincamos al español because it's bilingual. We're bilingual, we're bicultural, and we're in the United States. So people here, you got to forgive the gringos that don't know much of the Spanish, But anyway, jokes aside, we are here to provide the information, and we have to do it in English and Spanish. So, Ron DeSantos, what's going on? Scotland has given me some really good news. We're probably going to have candidates for the agriculture. We're going to have candidates for the attorney generals, right? So her assignment is to try and get those candidates to come physically or by phone interview. You know, we're or they could do Skype. However, we can schedule that up. Here in Radio UNT, we're very progressive in the technology, not in politics, because I know Miguel Montes doesn't believe in liberals or progressive individuals. You know, he's lost too much hair, days and night dealing with the liberal people. That's why he has established
I'm
the
just
truth.
confused how he still has a beard. He's bald, but he has a full beard. I'm really confused.
and he taunts it with pride. But you know what? Some has said that he is the spokesperson of the new age. The RadioUNT.net is where people can create different contents, different shows. And Listen to Me is one of those shows that has been here for a year and a couple of months. So we're going to go on our second year. So Scotland, how you doing today, and how's everything? Scotland's here. We're going to talk about the Gina Calhoun Perez Calhoun fundraiser. That went really well. The DJ rocked it because I could mix music in MP3s, in CDs, vinyls, old scratch, and all that stuff, and even in YouTube videos. I did my thing there. Even karaoke.
Yes.
So how was everything with the fundraiser?
It was really good. It was really successful. We had a great turnout. We had some donors that donated a lot more than the ticket price.
Good.
It was successful. We're planning another one in April.
Okay.
Actually, this month. We don't have a finalized date yet, but we do have a restaurant downtown.
Good. And there was new people that were able to meet Gina for the first time. They had not met her, and they were able to meet her. So that was good. Also, some established people in the political scene, like Anthony Suarez, Lou Marin, to mention a few. There were other guests, but hopefully for the next one we could have like Pastor Gary Berrios coming by.
The problem is he works now for the RPOF.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm kind of butthurt that Gary, you did not return my phone calls or my text messages or my Facebook messages. But it's fine. I'll discuss that with you later. But he works for the RPOF, so anything labeled a fundraiser, he cannot attend.
Yeah, he cannot attend.
So he can label it Meet Gina and leave it at that. And if people want to donate money, they can donate money. But the word fundraiser cannot be at the event.
All right. Well, then that is something that we could talk about. But he could still invite people. That's what we could do. Because he had promised me a list that never came. That's why I couldn't send that list. Because I thought we had it and then we didn't have it. And I'm like, it's pretty confusing there. But anyway, we're glad April 8th is the next one in downtown, you said?
No, there's no exact date.
There's no exact date?
No, but it is a Spanish restaurant downtown.
Cool. So we're going to be eating more Spanish food.
Well, it's a Spanish-Asian restaurant, yes. And it has like the Puerto Rican fried rice. It's a really good restaurant.
When I used to live in Ponce, I used to have that Puerto Rican fried rice, man, with fried chicken.
So good. It's so good.
There's a place called Ponce restaurant around here. We got to kind of check that place out. All right. So talk to me a little. You had some interactions with a candidate for state attorney. Her name?
Ashley Moody.
All right. And you're pretty happy with her. Why? What was your interactions with her? Well, first of all, where did you meet her?
I met her at the Orlando Women's Republican Network.
Okay.
She was speaking as a candidate, and she is the youngest female elected judge in the state of Florida. And
wow.
now she's no longer, because it was 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was a state prosecutor. She has all the experience in the world. She worked for a huge law firm. So she has the experience of an attorney general. And unfortunately, her other opponent does not have as much experience. I think his name is Frank White. I get confused between Frank White and Bob White. Bob White's running for governor. Frank White is running for attorney general.
No relationship, right?
No.
Okay.
So Frank White only has 4 years of law practice.
Okay.
And then basically became a career politician.
Wow.
So I'm a little iffy, but Ashley Moody has all the requirements needed. She has more than enough knowledge in the job, and she loves law enforcement. Her husband is a cop, and he's been a cop for 15, 20 years. So, that experience and that love for law enforcement is very crucial and very important. And I've also heard from the grapevine that Frank White is a little liberal on some issues, kind of like a libertarian type of style. He's labeled a Republican. He's running as a Republican,
but he leans libertarian.
Yes,
right.
And Ashley Moody is a hardcore conservative.
All right, well, good. So, what were the bullet points that you heard in this meeting that she will tackle crime or help eliminate crime?
So right now, elderly abuse is very big in Florida. It's labeled a civil case, because what happens is people take advantage of the elderly. They need their AC fixed. They need their plumbing fixed, something that the elderly cannot do on their own. And what happens is they go in there and they gyp them. They charge them 5-6 times the amount. They're living by themselves, and they don't know how much it's supposed to cost. So then they're losing hundreds and hundreds of dollars, even thousands. Their family members come in and are like, whoa, why did you spend this much money? They go to sue, they try to press charges, and it's technically a civil suit. So what Ashley Moody would want to see is to make it criminalized.
Wow, so she wants to make it a felony.
It would depend on the degree, would depend on the amount of money that was...
thefted.
Yeah, and that is a huge issue, especially for my mom, because my grandmother lives with us for now. But if she gets her own place, if she gets an apartment, she's going to have to be calling those people sometimes. And that is a big issue when the they're one of the most... The unborn and the elderly are some of the most fragile and weakest people. And, we need to protect them. We need to make sure that we have their back. And not just, a civil case. Because civil cases can last years. And they're super expensive and they're super boring. And there's not that many attorneys that will try to defend you.
Wow.
So that's a big issue. The second issue would be human trafficking. She is prosecuted. She did criminal. She was a judge. And, she said it's really hard looking at the type of people that come through here. And she has the experience prosecuting them. And she knows how to tackle it. It's not that she says the talk but doesn't walk it. She has walked it in the past. She has convicted people who have been a part and associated with human trafficking.
Wow. Okay.
And then the third issue is definitely the Second Amendment. She's very pro-Second Amendment. And she's for defending our cops and making sure we have their backs no matter what.
And so she also must accept that we should better prepare with equipment and better firearms are
oh, yes. That's a conversation she had with my dad. I was sitting there, and she's saying how it's pathetic how, people from Tampa, they're leaving their jobs to come to Orange County because Orange County's paying more. Now Tampa has no cops. And it's really hard. We're making this community for cops very unsafe. So now no one wants to become a cop. People are retiring early. People are quitting. People are moving other states. They're moving other safer counties. And so that's a really big issue to her, because if we don't have cops, who's going to protect the streets?
And another thing, would you think she's running for state attorney, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you know how the age limit was bumped up?
Yes.
Do you feel that she has some say on that, or no?
The governor is the one that signed it into action. Unfortunately, she does not have that much say. She could probably just nudge to the governor and say, "Hey, don't do that.
Don't do this."
But both Denise Grimsley, who's running for agriculture commissioner, and Ashley Moody both said they're very happy that the lawsuit is in place with the NRA. So, and Denise Grimsley is right now a Florida senator, not a U.S. senator, but a Florida senator. And she voted no on the SB 7026 before it even reached the House.
Good.
And she voted no for every single amendment that would stricten the Second Amendment.
Good. So they're fundamentally strong Second Amendment people.
Yes. Now, I do have to give credit, Matt Caldwell. Oh my God, I would say his name wrong. He's gonna be so mad at me. He's running for agriculture commissioner too. He has a little bit less experience in the agriculture part than Denise Grimsley, but he did vote no on the SB 7026 for the House. He's a state representative, and he did vote no. So I do have to give him the credit for that too.
All right, I had to take my bling bling. It was kind of getting hot in there. All right, and I lost all my hair, so I don't want to burn what's ever left. But it's kind of cool, these hats and stuff for 4th of July, and now you know how I'm gonna come dressed. That is cool, but that we have all these candidates and they look like solid candidates. Let's get down to some of the Congress races, Scotland. Let's get your reaction. Mike Miller, what do you think? What do you think about him?
I've always loved him. I volunteer for his campaign, hardcore. He gave me his endorsement when I was running for U.S. government class president. I went to Tallahassee and he endorsed me, and there's a video of him endorsing me. So ever since then, I've loved him. He's a really strong conservative, but it's gonna be tough beating Murphy. And I was talking to my mom that there is this black, really strong conservative that's from the Bahamas who's running as well. And my mom seemed to like her. So it's really...
There's a toss-up because there's going to be a primary between those two, right?
Well, there's more than one. There's more than two Republicans. There's a few of them.
So it's going to be a competitive field.
That's an understatement.
Well, we gotta try. And this is the second time Mike is running, right?
He ran twice for state representative, 2 terms, because his second term isn't up, and then he's now running for Congress.
For Congress, but this is the first time he's running for
Congress. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Well, then let's see if Mr. Miller could come to our show, and let's see if we could get the other people running for that district. Yeah, Stephanie Murphy, even though she has not done much for the congressional district, again, historically trying to unseat incumbents have been hard, right?
Especially when they're a female Democrat.
Exactly. The
Democrats love to play on that female card.
Yep, they like to play that a lot. So let's see what happens. Val Demings and Darren Soto. We haven't heard any candidates running on that side, right?
No, I don't know. For Soto, you would have to get a Puerto Rican female.
Yep. To be able to
beat Darren.
Yep.
He's a young face. He claims the Hispanic card, which... No. So it's going to be really, you would have to get a Puerto Rican. Because I was talking to someone who's running, I'm not going to mention their name, and they were like, oh yeah, we have a Guatemalan in our campaign. And I said, no. I mean, that's great that they know Spanish, they can translate, but you need a Puerto Rican. Yep. That's how it is. You cannot. Here's a Cuban. Here's my Spanish card. Like Nicolette, she has this poster gay Hispanic as her campaign manager. And it's like the poster child is the only Hispanic in her campaign, and it's hilarious because I'm like, really, like, come on now.
They want to try and pull a smoke and mirror things, but it's true. Now, Nicolette, this female candidate for District 4, she claims that she's the only woman.
Yeah, I have the post right here. It says, Nicolette has been endorsed by the Roots List Florida. So basically that's like the Susan B. Anthony list, but the liberal progressive side. The Susan B. Anthony one is the conservative Republican one. So she goes, this endorsement comes from an organization dedicated to recruiting and assisting progressive female leaders in the state of Florida. Did you know that women make up only 25% of elected officials statewide? Let's change that. Please help Nicolette Springer. And it goes like 2 more sentences. So it's basically, and then she has sponsored it, or the post, and it basically is telling from the post, if someone who has never been involved in politics in life doesn't know who's running for Orange County Commissioner District 4, they're going to be like, oh, she's the only female. Like, support. And that's not, you claim to be for females. You just can't say Nicolette's a female, she's running, so vote for her. No, well, there's 3 other females running in the race as well, so you're not the only female. And I'm sorry, but you're just a professor at UCF.
And the problem is that Nicolette's again. Remember when we were doing the debate? At least your mom and the other candidate, they had knowledge of what was going on.
Kevin gave an excuse that he had a family emergency.
Yeah, he. Well, that's cool. We are going to try and invite him to see if he could come over and speak to us. But at least they have some sort of experience to be able to run District 4.
Yeah.
Again, Nicolette is a professor of UCF. And she's trying to create... First of all, she doesn't want to come to debates. I'm sorry, Nicolette. You didn't want to come to the debate. You first said you were going to come, and then you didn't. It's kind of...
Because she has no knowledge.
Is it fear that you're going to be caught in your own lie, or...
She's going to be caught with no words.
Exactly.
Because she has no words.
Se va a quedar muda. She's going to be like...
Yeah. Instead of vomit of the mouth, it's gonna be like constipation.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing, but you should. Again, this is the problem I have with liberals and people from the Democratic Party trying to run for any posts. They create these smokes and images. Again, it's not me trying to create another smoke shield. No. If you look at the campaign started by Darren Soto, he played the race card. He killed the race card till he killed it again. I'm Puerto Rican. Yo hablo español. He doesn't speak Spanish, but he still played the race card. He went to a lot of Puerto Rican and Hispanic events. And again, if you want to win the Hispanic vote, you have to attack Hispanic events. I am so sorry. Even if you have to go outside of your district to Osceola, Old Town, Seminole, you have to go to these events. But we'll go back to Nicolette. Val Demings. Val Demings is playing, again, the race card, and that she's a female, and that she has experience dealing with crime from when she was OPD, in charge of the OPD. Again, smokes and mirrors. And what was Stephanie Murphy's claim to fame? That she survived Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. Is she even old enough?
She claims that she was a baby, something about Saigon, the siege of Saigon. Again,
I don't think she's old enough.
Maybe like 70.
Yeah. No, at least like 60, 50.
But if you look at
over 50.
if you look,
I want to pull up her picture.
yeah,
I don't.
pull up her picture because that was her
You're-
claim to fame in her campaign. You know, I'm this, I'm that. Even, to my amazement, even there were some people from the Republican Party that sided with her just because of that association. Now, Nicolette.
She's not old enough to be.
Exactly.
I mean, but
Yeah.
How about in 67?
Yeah.
So you have to be almost 60.
Yeah. So, why did people believe these smokes and mirrors?
what? I want to see her age. This is. I can't like.
67.
Yeah. But again, she played this card.
My father was born in 1966 and is now 52.
Yeah, I'm 55.
So
yeah.
there's no way.
There's no way. The last.
Apologize to that.
He has a baby face. It's fine.
But again, why do Democrats play the smoke and mirror to try to gain votes? And then once they're in, let's play it this way. Nicolette, if she wins District 4, will not know how to handle the
She's
budget.
gonna be another Bonilla.
Yep, she's going to become another Bonilla. She's not going to be able to, let's put it this way, District 4 is going to go into a disarray. We have to, let's put it this way. If we think that she's going to get a 7 to 10% of the vote, we have to make sure she caps out at 3%. Because imagine, a person this progressive, a person this liberal, how in the world will she move District 4 forward?
Oh, pushing $20 minimum wage.
You
That's
mean
exactly how she's gonna push it.
So that means majority of the small businesses will collapse.
Yep, and that's why I put on Facebook. She's like, Nicolette is for small businesses, because I still can't find her family history. Her father is a small business owner, a small trucker, which there's no such thing as you can't own your own small trucking. There's no such thing as small. When you own a trucking business, it's not, oh, I have one little truck and I'm going to run it. No, it's a lot bigger than that. She claims she's an immigrant, but she never says where her family is from. Not that she's an immigrant. Her family are immigrants, but she never says where her family is from. It's very sketchy. It's kind of weird that I have searched her, I have looked, can't find anything on her or her family. And I have no words for her.
Well, the problem is that we have to keep on talking about this because if she can't get that many votes. Because if she siphons so many votes, the true person that needs to win this election is going to have a harder time. And we know who that person is. So we have to try and do our darnest to be able to educate the people on what Nicolette stands for.
She's 39 years old.
Stephanie
Murphy.
Yeah.
She was born in 1978. There's no way.
She probably meant the movie Vietnam.
78. So, yeah, Vietnam finished around 72. Yeah, that's when the last troops pulled out in 72. So that I think what she meant was her family.
Her family survived it.
So her family survived it, but she played this card, and people gobbled it up. You know. So my suggestion to anybody who's running against Patrick Murphy is to alert the voters that she played this race card, that she had survived the Holocaust, and tell me, please tell me, what has happened in Stephanie Murphy's district of major impact? Can you please tell me a major piece of legislation that Congressman Murphy has done? What legitimate piece of legislation Val Demings? And please let me not laugh el huevo del congresista Darren Soto, because people, come on, man, we have to wake up. And Nicolette, those 4 people, what have they done for you lately? Mira, 0.
And let's not forget Carlos Smith, the liberal Latinx state representative, District 49, who is super liberal progressive and buddies with Nicolette Springer. And Nicolette Springer got the endorsement from Bill Nelson. So that says it all right there. And look how Carlos's district is. Just listen to Carlos speak, and it's like my brain cells start to get fried.
Well, remember what Bernie Sanders said about the American socialism? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. They tell you what to do, when to do it, where to do it, and by the way, keep voting for me. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. It's 7:30. We are going to be with a small commercial break, and we will be right back. We are also going to talk about, is there turmoil in the White House? And Scotland's always has an opinion about Mr. Trump in the White House, but really, is there turmoil in the White House, or is effective governing? We're going to get back. Also, we're going to talk about sexual harassment. What are the signs, how to do it, and lot more to go. And listen to me, no se vaya nadie.
Alanas Fantasy te ofrece lo mejor en joyería de fantasía, bueno, bonito y barato. Llamar al 321-439-8218 para su cita privada. Te llevaremos a la tienda donde ti. Alanas Fantasy, lo mejor en joyería de fantasía. Llama hoy.
Arroz rico, el arroz que le gusta a mi gente. Ay, ay. Porque yo quiero arroz rico, el mejor de Puerto Rico. Y eso lo sabe tu mamá. Porque yo quiero arroz rico, suertecito y granosito. Y eso lo sabe tu mamá. Porque yo quiero arroz rico, el que come en Puerto Rico. Y eso lo sabe tu mamá. Porque yo quiero arroz rico, el que da muy pegadito. Y eso lo sabe tu mamá. Rico, el arroz que le gusta a mi gente.
Sube el volumen que ya empezamos, entreteniendo y edificando. Con Radio y Únete soy diferente, mensaje que cambiará tu mente. Así es, así es, así es. Transformando tus oídos, lo digo otra vez, música que edifica, con esencia en tu vida. ¡Ey! Estás escuchando Radio Únete.
Alanas
Esencia
Fantasy
PR
te
en la
ofrece
casa.
lo mejor en joyería de fantasía, bueno, bonito y barato. Llamar al 321-439-8218 para su cita privada. Te llevaremos a la tienda donde ti. Alanas Fantasy, lo mejor en joyería de fantasía. Llama hoy.
Bueno, mi gente, acuérdese que Alanas Fantasy, y le llevamos las prendas a su casa. Just want to take a mention about Alana's Fantasy. We do what the stores do, but we do it at your house. In other words, we create the party. You could just bring the guests, and you could make some really good money selling fantasy jewelry. So call 321-439-8218. Llámenos hoy al 321-439-8218 para Lana's Fantasy. We bring the store to your house, and we could create a party. You know, when there's food, there's music, there's nice jewelry. You could buy in confidence and security that Alana's jewelry is the best jewelry you will buy in anywhere, in any place in cyberspace or not. So the physical brick and mortar store, you don't have to go to it. Alana's Fantasy comes to you. Now, another very important thing that we have to say, Listen to Me wants to help anybody and everybody that needs a job. If you came from Puerto Rico, si recién llegaste de Puerto Rico, si recién llegaste de Venezuela, si recién llegaste de Colombia, si recién llegaste de Cuba, si eres mayor de 18 años, if you're 18 years of age and you want to start in a job, you must know English. You have to converse in English because you're going to be dealing with tourists from all over the world. You will be next to the pool. You will try to sell. You are going to earn a commission and a salary. So it's a sales position, but it's in the tourist area, and we're looking for people. So estamos buscando gente que sean de mayores de 18 años, que quieran ganarse una platita, tienen que tener su propio carro. You have to have your own transportation because you're going to be traveling from property to property. Give us a call at 321-439-8218, and we'll give you all the details and information because we want you to have a job. Because if you have a job, you'll be able to have your own apartment, you'll be able to have your own car, you'll be able to have your own house, whatever you want, but you have to start with that job. Tú tienes que empezar con un trabajo o ser alguien ingenioso como Donald Trump y empezar tu propio imperio en el real estate. Anyway, you're going to be like Donald Trump and start your own real estate empire. Go for it. But remember, Listen to Me can help you promote whatever business. So give us a call at 321-439-8218. Scotland. In the news, the leftists, the media, the NBCs, the Telemundos, the universe says that there's a war, there's civil war in the White House. La gente se están jalando los pelos. Everybody's pulling their hairs. There's being firing. You're fired. They say it's worse than a reality show. Scotland, is there really turmoil in the White House?
I think that's so exaggerated. Every president has done it. Every president has fired staff. It's just like a regular job. You're not doing the job properly, you're gonna get fired. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they knew that. Trump had a show where he basically said, you're fired. So the fact that people are shocked that he's actually firing people is hilarious.
It is. And the frenzy. The other day I saw Joe Scarborough from Morning Joe foaming at the mouth. You know, this man is insane and blah, blah, blah. You know, let's put it this way. If I were a person from Europe or from that would come to the United States and turn that on, I would jump on an airplane and leave because the way the guy was talking was like, 2 seconds more, anarchy is going to break out.
This government is going to crash and burn.
It's just going to crack and burn, and it's incredible. But you're right. I do think that the president is taking what he promised in the campaign, and he's doing it. Even people said, I liked it when the former Secretary of the Veterans Affairs went and said, look, I was having resistance played, so if they replaced me, he wasn't mad. He wasn't angry. Yeah. He said, look, I wish the best that was going on. Some say that the situation with Rex Tillerson was surprised. Well, probably good old Rex was surprised, but he was not fitting within the agenda of what he needed to happen with North Korea, and he brought somebody that will do that. Again, and Rex wasn't doing much with what was happening in Russia too, even though that he had won the highest Sputnik Award or whatever he won. But if it didn't work for the president of the United States, he felt it didn't work for the American people.
Exactly.
And you have to understand, the liberal media may burn and crash on this, but he kind of doing what he said he was going to do. People say, oh, well, Mexico's not paying for the wall. Well, he's renegotiating NAFTA, right?
But not only that, they're not going to literally pay for the wall. People take that so literal. There are multiple ways you can get someone to pay for something without literally them writing you a check. It's called tariffs. It's called taxes. And they're like, oh, that's never going to happen. Well, it is going to happen. One way or the other. And I'm sorry, boost my taxes up.
All right, Betty came in. All right. How are you doing? ¿Cómo está? All right, come on, sit down. We'll go with you in a moment, Betty. Well, it is true, because the thing of it is that we understand that politics is a very complex, but it's what Trump has demonstrated that he has done. Yeah. He took a field of 17, he won that. He took a field of 2 for the presidency, and he won that. So he said what he's doing, he's trying to do. And he's been doing it with the media burning his tailcoats on how many times we've it's been like 2 billion times we've heard Russia collusion. Stormy Daniels is going like close to 1 billion times now. So it is what it is. In just give the man a break. I
mean, they're not going to give the man a break, because the Republicans did it too with Obama, impeach him. But actually, Obama did do unconstitutional things. But, I mean, I say more the merrier. Yeah. Because his name is still going to be on there. And the people who voted for him, as long as he's doing what the people voted for him to do, he's going to get reelected.
Did you see those crowds in his last couple of outings? Over, one was 42,000, more than... the populist movement that he's creating has not been seen in the United States a little farther from Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah. And that's way before even the internet existed. So it is something that we have to see, we have to prove. Now, and we'll get back to we didn't get to the political hypocrisy, but you're right about the candidates here. The candidates need to engage more the public in any way, in shape and form. Bueno, mi gente, y aquí tenemos a la muy bella y ponderada Betty Amador. Betty, hoy estamos hablando de tantos temas, pero uno de los temas que te quería traer, porque tú bregas mucho con la gente homeless, bregas mucho con la gente de abuso. Uno de los temas que hasta el mismo presidente lo han acusado de acoso sexual y de cuestiones de impropiedades con una actriz de películas de adultos. Betty, tú trabajas mucho con esto y tú tienes un programa de radio que habla sobre el empoderamiento de las mujeres, pero una de las cosas que pasa allá afuera, que lo traen a colación, they bring it out there a lot, es el acoso sexual, sexual harassment. ¿Cómo tú defines lo que es el acoso sexual? Ya sea en el trabajo o en cualquier parte.
Bueno, yo pienso que el acoso sexual, Jay, es todo lo que le hagan a una mujer o a un hombre, porque obviamente no importa si es femenino o masculino, que esté en contra de lo que esa persona quiere. Un acoso sexual es cuando, por ejemplo, el jefe te acosa sexualmente porque tú necesitas el empleo y entonces pues tú accedes a los deseos de tu jefe porque obviamente necesitas el empleo, necesitas llevarle comida a tus hijos a la casa, obviamente tú accedes a esa situación, no porque tú quieres, sino por la necesidad que tengas. Muchas veces mujeres y hombres caen en ese acoso sexual, no importa dónde sea, ni de la persona que sea, porque no conocen sus derechos, porque no saben que hay lugares, hay organizaciones, hay leyes que lo protegen. Y no necesariamente, Jay, es un punto muy importante que debemos siempre tocar, que no importa si tú tienes documento en este país o no lo tengas, tú tienes derechos aquí en este país, no importando si tú tienes documentación o no.
Eso es muy importante porque lo que pasa es que mucha gente tiene miedo a la deportación. A lot of people have that fear of getting deported. But you're right. Even if you have papers or you don't have papers, you have legal rights to if you feel that you're being sexually harassed. And it's again, I made the reference to women, but you're right. It could be men, it could be women, it could be transgender, it could be gays, porque hasta los homosexuales han sufrido este acoso sexual.
Y los adolescentes.
Y los adolescentes. Bueno, sí, porque ahora mismo en las escuelas hay una pujanza y en las universidades.
Así mismo
you know, because Scotland, we were talking about some situations that were in Central Florida. Some of the girls were being sexually harassed out there.
In Valencia, there was
yes.
an attempted rape in the classroom at 8 p.m.
Yeah. So, and in Central Florida. So, no va desde la escuela superior hasta la universidad, hasta en las casas. Pero ahora, yo te digo, tú tienes razón. Juegan con la presión. Pero ahora vamos al matiz, salir del trabajo, que también puede ser considerado acoso sexual en el trabajo. Estas muchachas que quieren romper el ámbito artístico. Como tú has visto en las noticias, ¿verdad? Están los Weinstein, estaba hasta el alcalde de Guaynabo, pero en Puerto Rico ha estado otros artistas como Kevin Spacek, muchos de estos artistas que después de 10, 11 años estas mujeres han salido. Yo te pregunto, Betty, como una activista para esto, ¿por qué? No quiero decir que es la cultura, pero ¿por qué se tardaron tanto? Why did they take so long?
Esa es la pregunta que nos hacemos todos, Jay. Porque cuando está pasando una situación como esa, es la hora de nosotros hablar. Es la hora de nosotros decir, ok, está pasando esto, tengo las pruebas en mis manos, tengo la evidencia, y con eso, pues entonces podemos mover todas las fichas que podamos, que tú no te imaginas, para que esta persona que está haciendo ese acoso sexual sobre la otra persona, pues pague ese delito. Ahora, cuando pasan tanto tiempo, lo primero que viene a la mente de las personas es, quiere sacar algo a cambio. Quiere, por ejemplo, los artistas, el presidente, quieren sacar dinero, algún beneficio quiere sacar, pero no necesariamente. ¿Por qué te digo esto? Cuando tú pasas un abuso, y eso lo hemos hablado anteriormente, cuando tú pasas un abuso físico, emocional, verbal, psicológico, de cualquier tipo, a ti te toma tiempo para tú procesar ese abuso, para tú salir de ese cuartico, de ese cajoncito donde tú misma te metiste o la persona abusadora te metió. Entonces, cuando tú ves cosas así es porque realmente, no te voy a decir el 100%, pero muchas de estas personas tuvieron que pasar un proceso de aceptación de que esto fue lo que a mí me pasó, esto fue lo que yo viví, esto es lo que yo no quiero para mis hijos, para los hijos de mis hijos, y yo quiero hacer la diferencia. Y entonces pasa al otro nivel, que es el nivel de voy a hacer algo. Tengo que hacer algo porque tengo un compromiso con la sociedad. Y entonces que ahí estas personas abren su boca, y muchas, pues como te digo, muchas quieren algo a cambio, pero no necesariamente todas tienen el mismo final, que es algo monetario.
Betty, entonces el consejo que le podemos dar a esas muchachas, esos hombres, esos jóvenes que quieren abrirse en el ambiente artístico es que se eduquen y verifiquen.
Mira, yo te diría algo más que eso, Jay. Yo te diría que se respeten como seres humanos.
Sí, pero...
Porque cuando una persona se respeta, sabe esperar el tiempo necesario para obtener lo que ellos quieren.
Pues por eso mismo, pero ellos se tienen que respetar, tienes toda la razón, pero tienen que verificarlo, porque, perdóname, si tú vas a contestar un anuncio de Craigslist, vas a un warehouse y lo primero que te dicen es ponte un traje de baño o desnúdate, bendito, esos son los red flags que deben de disparar como petardos en la cabeza diciendo esto no, o ya se hace mujer o ya se hace hombre.
Exactamente.
Si te dicen que no es lo mismo una clase de arte que te digan, pues mira, quítate la ropa porque hay estudiantes. Ok, pues tú mira, hay 5, 6, 10, 12 estudiantes. No es una cuestión sexual, es una cuestión, y uno usa los sentidos. Pero si tú estás solo y lo que hay es un futón y vienen 3 tipas y dicen, ok, pues quítate la ropa, si es un varón o si es una muchacha, y vamos a hacer esto, y está la cama. No, mira, no lo lamento, nos vemos. Es que el vislumbrar, cuando te dicen, mira, si tú haces esto, yo te doy la luna, yo te doy las estrellas, tú sabes, es la labia, que hay que educarse, y es como tú dices, hay que respetarse.
Exactamente, porque toda la persona que quiere invadir tu privacidad, no importa cuál sea, de qué forma sea, lo primero que te va a trabajar es la mente. Él va a saber qué es lo que tú quieres, cuál es tu objetivo. Y por ahí es que va a ir. Tú haces esto y yo te voy a dar lo que tú quieres. Mira, pero para llegar a donde tú quieres tenemos que pasar un proceso. Tienes que desnudarte, tienes que ir conmigo a la cama, tienes que hacer esto, tienes que hacer lo otro, para entonces llegar. Y no necesariamente que te lo van a decir con todas las palabras, porque si es una persona inteligente, entre comillas, no te lo va a decir con las palabras, va a ir muy sutilmente. Por eso es que uno siempre tiene que estar alerta al sentido común y obviamente a esa espinita, como digo yo, en el corazón, que obviamente es Dios, Amén. El mismo Dios diciéndote, hay algo que está mal, pues averigua y profundiza un poco más, porque el resultado no va a ser el que tú quieres.
Eso es así. Betty, te estamos muy agradecidos de tu tiempo aquí. Sabemos que tú estás muy ocupada con tu programa de radio. Tú tienes muchas, te veo activa en los medios sociales. Cuéntame, ¿qué ha pasado de Betty Amador desde la última visita y desde nuestra participación ayudando a Goza allá? Te hemos visto en Changing Rooms. Dime, ¿qué ha pasado?
Bueno, el Señor ha sido muy bueno, Amén. Jay, y para Él sea toda la gloria. Ya Amén. Ahora en junio estamos celebrando el 2º aniversario de Mujer a Mujer con Betty Amador, el programa de radio, 2 años.
Wow, gloria
así que hay una cena por ahí especial, así que estemos todos listos para celebrar juntos este 2º aniversario. También, pues he tenido la oportunidad que junto con mi hermano Juan Carlos Figueroa hemos abierto una fundación donde con esta fundación, a pesar, tú sabes que yo estoy trabajando con los niños que no tienen recursos, con mujeres abusadas, tráfico humano, y también entonces con esta fundación el Señor ha abierto una puerta para llegar a los homeless, para hacer la diferencia con estas personas, y hemos tenido una aceptación, gracias al Señor, y con eso estamos trabajando y con eso estamos levantando. Tenemos muchos proyectos para julio. Tenemos un evento bien grande que vamos a hacer allá en el condado de Osceola, donde vamos a hacer el segundo Back to School, y obviamente vamos a hacerle una actividad a los homeless, porque el objetivo de trabajar con los homeless, Jay, no es llevarle el alimento, no es llevarle la cobija, como siempre decimos, ¿verdad? En este tiempo de frío, sino darle los recursos, darle las herramientas para poder sacarlos de las calles y que ellos pues se puedan integrar una vez más a la sociedad. Ese es el objetivo, y todas estas cosas que estamos haciendo en el programa y con la fundación.
Pues fantástico. Y otra de las cosas, one of the other things that I want you to tell them is that if they're looking for jobs, si están buscando trabajo, hay un requisito: necesitan saber inglés, porque lo que pasa es que van a bregar con turistas. Okay. Pero tengo un trabajo que va a pagar sueldo y comisión. Van a bregar en los hoteles. Si tú quieres ayudarme a conseguir, porque tengo un amigo mío que necesita llenar esas plazas, la condición es que sepan hablar inglés, que puedan manejarse en inglés y que acepten un trabajo que es con salario y comisión. Es vendiendo Suntan Lotions al lado de la piscina, van a estar en hoteles exclusivos. Hay que tener buen ponte, pero quiero ofrecer eso porque, como tú dijiste, si hay que ayudarlos, pues hay que ayudarlos. Y uno de los primeros pasos es obtener un trabajo, ¿verdad?
Exactamente, ese es el objetivo que tenemos en la fundación, ¿verdad? Que es abrir una corporación, Jay, donde podamos darle empleo solamente a los homeless. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando nos vamos a los montes allá adentro donde viven ellos, pues ellos nos dicen que ellos quieren trabajar. Muchos, la gran mayoría quieren trabajar, pero obviamente tienen antecedentes penales, tienen el récord que no es tan limpio, y las personas no le dan trabajo cuando lo ven de la forma que se ven. Bueno. Pues entonces ese es el objetivo que nosotros tenemos de crear esa corporación para darle el trabajo a estas personas y entonces ellos puedan ayudar. Así que muchísimas gracias por la información y vamos a estar trabajando con eso.
So y nada más, y hay otros tipos de trabajo también, vamos a tratar de traer, porque vuelvo y te digo, Listen to Me siempre quiere ser una forma en que comunicamos. Scotland, I know that sexual harassment is something that is in the talk of everybody. She talked about common sense. She talked about having to respect. Do you feel that the youth out there is a little bit more gullible than it used to be in the past?
No. As someone who is still young, my body doesn't feel that way, but I'm still young. You need to be careful. You don't go into places alone with someone in a dark room. If you get invited to their house, and you just met them, you don't have a relationship or a friendship with them, you don't have established that confidence and that trust, you don't go into someone's house or you're by yourself. You don't go somewhere secretive with someone by themselves, because then you're not going to say asking. You're making yourself more vulnerable.
Exactly.
And you are allowing yourself to then get taken advantage of, because now you have no protection. Now you don't have the publicity. So when I used to date, I still date, but shut up. God. When I used to go on dates, it would always be public.
Yeah.
I would go coffee first in the middle of the day in a prominent restaurant. If I didn't really quite know that person. And then we also have Tinder, where you meet someone, you hook up. I mean, it's...
And how many problems have arisen from Tinder? That's another
The
thing.
thing is this is the thing. People go on there for sex.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go on Tinder for a relationship. You get your lazy ass up and you go on to Match and you pay $5 a month for Match.
Mm-hmm.
You go on Tinder, which is free, to hook up. That's what you do. So to go on Tinder, go on a date with a guy or a girl, come on, you cannot be expecting a date.
Betty,
Eso es otra cosa.
Esas aplicaciones, ahora que dimos en otro clavo, esas aplicaciones de para hacer el hookup, ¿qué tú crees de eso?
Bueno, yo personalmente no creo en eso para nada. Yo ni pierdo mi tiempo, ni me sé los nombres, pero sí sé que hay personas que se han inscrito en esas aplicaciones y yo los respeto. Ahora, Jay, no necesariamente tiene que ser la aplicación para buscar pareja y que entonces tú te testes con esta persona y salga. En el Facebook. Tú recibes,
Oh my God.
tú puedes recibir, yo no sé cuántos mensajes de cuántos, en mi caso, ¿verdad? De cuántos hombres invitándote a salir y tú dices, yo no salgo con personas que no conozco. ¿Cuál es la próxima respuesta? Pero si no sales, nunca me vas a conocer. Es que no te quiero conocer.
No, es que
¿entiendes? Entonces, por Facebook también puedes sufrir de acoso sexual, porque esta persona que te envía mensajes y te invita a salir y te manda mensajes que tú realmente no son apropiados para ti, estás sufriendo sexual harassment. Entonces toma las medidas necesarias, pues bloquéalo, sácalo de ahí. Si eres una joven, si eres una adolescente, pues mira, díselo a tu mamá, díselo a tu papá. Toma las medidas necesarias para estar alerta y saber lo que está pasando y que después no entonces lleguemos a la sorpresa de que, ups, pasó esto. ¿Entiendes?
Y después no digan, pues, yo no sabía.
I want to piggyback. So I was talking to my guy friend because he doesn't have any girls that are friends, and he's like, I need to know your mind. And I said, okay. I said, talk to me. He goes, I date girls, and I get two different vibes. I get the play hard to get, which is the no, stop. Like, no, really, stop. And then there's the no, like, really, stop. And he doesn't know how to tell the difference. And there was this one girl that he was trying to get with, and she was like, no, like, I'm being serious, stop, no. And he's like, all right, cool. A month later, she's like, no, I really want you. And I'm like, no, dude. I said, unless there is in writing that she said she wants you, you don't. Yeah. Because all she needs, then it says, she said, he said, you know, she said no in the beginning, you're gonna hook up with her, she can then say, well, I said no. And as soon as the word no comes out of her mouth, you stop. It doesn't matter if she's playing hard to get. Because girls will play hard to get, they'll tease, and in reality, they might not even know what they're getting themselves into. They'll be like, no, really, stop. Like, come try harder. But, you know, the moment she says no, and the moment he says no, you take your hands off and you say, bye. That's what you
Betty,
do.
vamos a tener que llegar a las épocas como el pasado que tenían sus contratitos. Mira, vamos a hacer esto, tú me firmas y yo te
Text
firmo.
messages.
Yeah, text messages.
You need to have proof. You have to have proof. I tell all the football players, I tell every athlete, every guy, you need to have it in writing. You need to have in writing, she wants to hook up with you. You know what hooking up means. She knows what hooking up means. It means not let's kiss. It means the flat out thing, and you have proof. So if she goes, well, he raped me. Well, no.
There's proof.
There's proof.
Hay que tener sentido común. Betty, lo lamento mucho que el tiempo se nos haya ido. Por favor, regresa a nuestro show porque queremos hablar contigo. Pero antes de irte, ¿dónde te escuchamos, Mujer a Mujer, que celebra 2 años?
Estamos en Radio Renuevo 102.3 FM y sale todos los miércoles de 7 a 8 de la noche. Tu programa de Mujer a Mujer con Betty Amador, y nos pueden encontrar también por Facebook. Tenemos la página de Mujer a Mujer con Betty Amador y la mía personal, Betty Amador.
All right, pues Betty, pues muchísimas gracias. No te vayas para tomarnos unos retratos después de que salgamos del aire. Scotland, we've done it again. One for the history books. Anything else before we go?
No, we covered it.
All right. Well, I'm JJ Rodríguez. Este es Listen to Me, tu programa que ganó los Sacro Imperio Awards. Vamos a estar nominados para más, así que I love you. Listen to me.
A Rodrigo.